Hello gorgeous and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, it's a different jumper because my battery just died when I finished the intro, so I had to recharge it for a bit and came back later to finish the rest of the video. So yeah, my name is Mai, M-A-I, for those who have not known me, but I like to call myself Jacqueline, and I'd also hope that you guys would refer to me as Jacqueline. I'm 19 years old. I am currently a student of Foreign Trade University in Vietnam, but I've just gone on an exchange program to Oslo, BI Norwegian Business School in Norway for 6 months. So I hope that today I'm going to make a useful video about all the things that I would like to tell you and give advice to you so that you don't feel homesick and you don't get a lot of culture shock when you get to a different country, very far from home, and I hope you will enjoy this video. The first thing I'd like to mention is about the flights. So as you all know, when you travel to a faraway country, you have to go through a very, very long flight, such as I did when I flew from Hanoi to Oslo. It was an 18-hour journey, including transition time. So it was very tiring and it was very exhausted. But one thing I'd like to say is that when you get on the plane, a normal habit of a normal person, like I did, I opened my phone and I looked at the old photos, and I looked at the photos that I took at the airport with my friends, and the photos that I took with my family, and the photos that I took with my other loved ones, and I cried. And you know, crying is a very, very normal thing, but I just think that we shouldn't be so emotional in a public place. So I'd recommend you to put all the emotions aside, throw it away into the sky, and let the plane get you to where you need to be, and think only about the bright things that you're going to have and about the beautiful sceneries that you're going to see. So yeah, keep it positive and optimistic, and do not look back at the past and cry. Right. Moving on to the second item on our list. It is about when you do not know what to do and do not know where to go, just ask, because mostly everyone will be very willing to help and willing to give you the assistance that you need to get to where you want to be or what you want to do. When I was at the airport in Paris, I got very lost and I didn't know where to go, because from the Terminal E that I landed to Terminal F, where I have to get on the next flight, it was very far away and the airport was very, very large. So I couldn't quite find the way, and I asked dozens of people, and they were all very willing to help, even though some of them did not know the way also, but they were very friendly and they were very kind. So I think if you don't know anything, just ask. And even when I arrived in Oslo, there are so many things I didn't know, but I asked the passerbys and they were all very friendly to help. People are always there for you when you need. Just don't consider yourself alone. You can get through anything. Next up, I'm going to share with you a bit about hiring an apartment or a room. So if you're an emotional person like me, you would not want to be alone on the first few days that you've arrived. I hired a double room, which means that I'm supposed to share my apartment with another roommate, but when I arrived, she was not here. And I spent the first few days of my stay alone in a big old house. And because of the difference in time zones, I couldn't talk to my loved ones at home, so it's basically very lonely. And I felt really isolated and very easy to cry, very fragile. So I'd recommend you, if you're an emotional person, get a room where you can share your kitchen and share your bathroom, because when you have the same kitchen, I mean the same space, with a lot of people, then you may get a chance to sit down and talk to them and get to know many friends. So that's one of my biggest advice, is that don't think about privacy too much when you go abroad. I think that's for the best. Well, that was some advice about housing, and now moving on, I'd like to tell you a bit of an advice about going to school on the first few days. So in my case, BI University is a very large community consisting of so many different people from different countries, and I think it is a true blessing that I've got to interact with so many people from different cultures, and it was very interesting. But you have to know that not everyone is suitable with you, and not everyone will find you suitable with them to be a friend. In my case, I spoke to quite many people, some from Germany, some from France, Hong Kong, Taiwan, a lot of countries, and it was very interesting. They were all very friendly. But the fact is that not everyone was suitable with me, and not everyone found that I was suitable with them. I ended up having only a few friends, including one of mine from Vietnam already. But I'm very satisfied with that, because at least I got new friends, and at least I've got to know everyone, and everyone sort of knows where I come from, what my name is, and that is enough. Do not expect everyone to be your friend. Just get around, get to know everyone. Whoever finds themselves suitable with you will eventually be with you. So you don't have to worry about not having friends or worried about being isolated, because that's not going to happen. Everyone is very welcoming, and you should be too. The next thing that I'd like to tell you is that when you've just moved in, maybe you're a bit tired, maybe you're exhausted, such as I was, you would want to unpack a bit, because you have to get everything in place so you can see what you're missing and what you need to go buy. As for me, I was so tired after a long flight, but I unpacked immediately and I saw what I was missing, and I went out to the supermarket to get it. You would want to get something that makes you feel comfortable and cozy as much as possible, because when your room looks cozy and convenient, you'll feel a lot better and less lonely. It will feel just like home, maybe. So it helps a lot to get yourself sorted out on the very first day. The second thing is that you might want to go and buy some fresh food to go home and cook for yourself, because as for me, I have two problems. The first one is that everything here is so expensive, except for the fresh food. I think the fresh food has quite reasonable price, so I've been always coming out to get fresh food back home and cook for myself. The second thing is that my appetite isn't really fitting with what they have here, so I would just want to cook for myself so that I can get the food the way I want it to be. So I highly recommend you to go out and buy food, decorations, get your rooms better, get your food sorted out. That'll be for the best. Right, last but not least is a very familiar problem, jet lags. So many of you here may have the same problem as I do. It is that you have troubles getting to sleep, and you might find yourself wake up in the middle of the night, and it's basically a sleep disorder. So my advice is you should get yourself exhausted. You should wake up early, you should walk around a lot, go from place to place and participate in as many activities as you can, just to get yourself tired enough to get a good night's sleep. I've been doing that, and I've seen myself having a very healthy nightly routine, so I hope you can do it too. Yeah, so those were the 6 things that I'd like to share with you, and I hope that they would be valuable to you if you're going to go abroad, or if you're experiencing the same thing as I am. And I just hope that you find the video useful, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up and comment below what kind of content you would like to see in my upcoming video, and also click subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, gorgeous!